Shake, shake, shake. Shake. Here. That's the one. Here. Here.
What's up, vinyl community? It's your boy Chris coming at you from my wife's car. Tunes from the man car, or the woman car. So this morning, had the day off. Got up and decided I didn't want to take my daughter to daycare. That I wanted the daddy-daughter day, and decided to take her to the Shield Museum. That's I think Schiele, I think it's somebody's last name, museum, I think of natural history in Gastonia, North Carolina, because I'd heard some good things. I heard it was a good place to take Ramona, and I gotta tell you, it really is awesome. And she had a blast. It's an hour from my house, which it's like, oh man, it's an hour, but she had a blast, so more than worth it. And it was great because, you know, there was a Bad Daddy's Burger Bar 2 miles up the road, and so burgers and beer. Ramona can get a grilled cheese sandwich and some french fries. You know, hey, all great. And speaking of Ramona, my little sleeping princess back there making her guest spot. Look at her. Oh, my girl. Anyway, so as we're sitting there and she's destroying her grilled cheese sandwich and her french fries, I'm thinking to myself, okay, I got a minute. She's being good. She's eating. She's not distracted. I Googled record stores in Gastonia, North Carolina, even though I had, you know, it's close enough to Charlotte, and I had never heard of a record store in Gastonia. I knew that there was an antique mall in Gastonia that had some records, but in terms of a record store, but something just made me want to Google it. So I did, and what I came up with was Revolver Records, which I had never heard of. It had no reviews, no nothing. And I was like, huh, now when in the hell did this pop up? So I'm thinking about it. Ramona was still being really, really good. You know, we had a long day, a long, interesting day. So, you know, a lot of times she'll start getting cranky when she gets sleepy. But she's still in a good mood. And I'm like, you know what? Why not? So I put it in Google Maps, Revolver Records. It's about another 7 or 8 minutes from Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, where I was at the time. We pull up, and the spot is small. It is a really small spot from the outside. I actually drove right by it. It was so small. I had to make a U-turn and go back. But, so I pull in the parking lot and get Ramona out, walk in, and sure enough, it's a record store. I mean, you know, there's nothing but records in there, a few CDs, but mostly records. Gentleman behind the counter, polite greeting with a smile as soon as we walk in the door. Hi, welcome, you know, everything like that. Look around. You have any questions? I like that. I like that. I like there's something about the showmanship. I mean, it's not necessary for me when I go in a record store, because when I go in, I know what I'm looking for, honestly. So it's not necessary per se, but it is a nice touch. It's a nice touch, and it's welcome because it's kind of rare, really, in a lot of record stores. Come to find that a lot of record store owners are really introverted. So, you know, quiet guys, you engage them, they'll engage back. But you know, just a big smile on the face as soon as you walked in the door. It was a nice touch. And I looked up on his wall, and, you know, he had a, bunch of, new reissues on his wall. And I glanced to the right, and he had a few jazz records. He had a, Giant Steps reissue, but, I have a Giant Steps first. And he had, some Thelonious Monk. I had all those. But, still, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, this is promising. And so he sees me looking at those, and he goes, so you're into jazz? Turned around and looked at it, kind of gave him a wink, like, how did you know? And he, starts talking about those records, and I told him, I said, I have all of these here. Do you have any more? And he points me towards his jazz section. So I take a walk over, look, start flipping, and then he comes over with me, actually, and engages me in conversation. His name's Ron at Revolver Records. Ron at Revolver Records in Gastonia, North Carolina. I'll actually show you guys a card and some info in a minute. You can find them on social media and everything. It's awesome. I'm going to get this guy hooked up. That's a goal of mine, actually. Great new record shops deserve to be discovered and recognized. Okay, so I start flipping through the jazz section. Again, never heard of this shop, not knowing what to expect, not knowing what I'll find, not knowing anything. And I flip through about 4 or 5 records before I find this. Horace Silver Quintet doing the thing at the Village Gate. Guys, it's an original stereo pressing. It is very, very difficult to find original jazz in my little neck of upstate South Carolina and North Carolina. It's just tough, and what made it even better was I didn't see, he's got labels for the prices on all of them, and as soon as I see it, I'm flipping, I'm looking for the for the album. I'm not looking for the prices, and then I'll look at the prices. And I flip to it, and I scan down a little bit, and I see $25 for an original stereo Blue Note with the ear in really great condition. I jumped on it, grabbed it. So then I grabbed it, and after I grabbed that, flip 2 or 3 more records. Two or three more. What's up, guys? As you could tell, my sleeping princess woke up as Daddy was trying to wrap up the video for you guys yesterday to play a new record store that I just found. So that was yesterday. The rest of the evening was busy, dinner with my family, my entire family, which was great. A great time. We were out for a while, so I didn't get a chance to finish the movie. I'm like Martin Scorsese, I didn't get a chance to finish the movie. I didn't get a chance to finish my little YouTube video for you guys. So I'm going to do that now. In the man cave with a cold beer. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. So anyway, after I found that Horace Silver, I cannot even begin to tell you guys just how happy I am about that. I love Horace Silver. You guys have definitely heard me sing his praises on this channel plenty of times, and I'll continue to do so. I love it, and this is one that I've wanted a while, and now I have it. And man, so after I find that, he directs me to the jazz section, and I go over to the jazz section. I find the Horace, and then all right, I look up. Okay, there's records on the wall. Usually, with record stores that I'm accustomed to, that's the first thing I do. I go to the new arrivals, and then I go to the holy shit wall for the ones that I'm used to. But this is one I've never been in again, and I walk in, and the guy immediately engages me in conversation. So, it was just, I'm just now getting the feel of the place. So then I look up, notice there's a wall. Look up on the wall. The incredible Jimmy Smith. I'm moving on with Grant Green and Donald Bailey. See that sharp ass cover, Jaguar wheel right there. That's not badass. I don't know what it is. Cover completely intact. It's a little stained on the back, but no big deal. I can deal with a little stain. What matters to me is that the cover's intact. The cover's intact, and it's an original stereo Blue Note. That's what matters to me. So, very excited. 2 Blue Notes. First time I walk into a brand new record store that I had never heard of. The very first time. 2 original Blue Notes. Guys, I hadn't ever scored 2 original Blue Notes in the same day from any record store for as long as I've been looking. I got lucky and found a couple at a thrift store once or twice, but never at an official record store. One here or there, sure. But, yeah. Great. So I get that, and I go back to flipping through the jazz section again, because okay, now I've looked through the whole wall of the jazz. I'm like, okay, all right, I got what I wanted off the wall. So I go back flipping through the jazz section. I stumble upon Bird at the Gate. Bird at the Gate, the Charlie Bird Trio and guest at the Village Gate. Peter Betts is on this. Bill Reinbach is on this. Clark Terry. Selden Powell on the tenor. It's a great record. It's a great record. It's one that's really doesn't usually come quite as expensive as a lot of the others. This is an original mono, by the way. Original mono pressing on Riverside. What blew my mind about it is it's $5. Guys, I looked at that wax up and down. There's maybe a scuff here or there, but it's nothing that's going to keep this thing from sounding, glorious. It's not going to keep it from being awesome. And he had $5 on it. And I looked at him, because he came over there with me while I was digging. I was the only guy in the store. It was me, him, and Ramona. I was the only person in the store. And, he's talking to me while I'm digging. We're filling each other out. And I looked over at him. I said, man, $5? Wow, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, well, the cover's split. And there's a couple of scuffs on the record. And I really just want to, he goes, I'm relatively new, so I really just want to, give people fair prices, keep them coming back. I said, you're succeeding. Man, that split seam, bro. I said, I can fix that. You got a sold record. I'll buy that. So, obviously, I got to get myself some more split seams easy strips in the mail. I've ran out. But other than that, got to tell you. So I grabbed that up. And then I, walk over to the classic rock section. Because, again, I've sold a lot of classic rock for two things. One, to pay bills, and two, to fund my jazz obsession. But a lot of the ones, anytime somebody's got a holy shit rare jazz record, that they're willing to trade me for super common classic rock that I can get again, I'll do it. No matter how much I love that classic rock. I love Tom Petty. Love Tom Petty. But last year I had an opportunity to trade my Tom Petty collection for a couple of original Blue Notes. I had to do it. I knew I could go back and get Tom Petty. And up to this point, I've managed to get a couple back, but up to this point, I had not managed to get my favorite back. My favorite Tom Petty in the Heartbreakers album is Damn the Torpedoes. It's my absolute favorite. And I look up there on the wall, and I see it, and I'm like, ugh. So I grab it down, and it's got $15 on it. And I'm like, oh man, 15's a little high. Because I can remember when I bought my copy before this one, I can remember getting it for like $6. But Tom died, and as happened with Bowie, and as happened with Prince, and as happened with every artist who's ever passed away, they die, the prices of their records go up. It's a damn shame, but hey. So I looked at it, I grabbed it, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe if I look around a little longer, maybe I can get it cheaper. Maybe I'll pass today. But so I keep walking. And over there, a few rows from it, John Lennon's Plastic Ono Band, original pressing, $3. $3, not a thing in this world with it. That wax is super clean. So I grabbed it down and I immediately start looking at it. This is another one of the ones. Again, I love John Lennon. I love the Beatles, but I knew I could find this again, so I traded it for jazz. And I'm immediately thinking, okay, I'm excited because I found this, but watch it be wrecked because it's $3. There's nothing in the world wrong with it. So then immediately I've got my stack and I'm like, well, shit. With this only being $3, the Petty's $15. That's $18 for both of them. That's $9 a piece. That evens out pretty nicely. Now I'm going to go grab that Tom Petty. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and the Torpedoes. Still in the shrink. I'm getting ready to, what is it I like to do with shrink wrap? Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels good. Oh, yeah, it feels good. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes. And now it looks like a record. I did find interesting about the shrink wrap, though, is that I had a Kmart sticker on the front of it. Somebody bought this at Kmart. And I'm not old enough to where I can remember seeing records at Kmart. It's hard enough to even find a Kmart anymore. Both of the Kmarts within 30 miles of my house have gone out of business. And I don't know whether or not that's a nationwide closing or whether it's just a few stores. I don't know. I've never been a Kmart fan. But anyway. So, Petty, Lennon, Bird, Incredible Jimmy Smith. My prize find of the day. Poor Silver doing the thing. Dogecoin. Guys, that was an incredible experience, and he had plenty more. I was shopping on a little bit of a budget. Ended up getting more than I thought I was going to get. And so I asked him about, I said, you had no reviews, and I'd never heard of you, which I can't believe. I said, because I've been digging for records in and around the area for over a decade. And I've got some great records in my hand, man. How come I've never heard of you? He goes, oh, because this week is our 4th week. Oh, said, now it makes sense. He goes, yeah, there hasn't been a record store in Gastonia for like 30 or 40 years. I said, yeah, that I know. So I don't even, know what made me want to Google it as I'm sitting down eating. I'm like, you never know. But anyway, he's only been open 4 weeks. So for any of you guys, I know I got a lot of subscribers from North Carolina and from South Carolina. For any of you guys, if you find yourself in Gastonia, North Carolina, or if you live in Charlotte, Matthews, anywhere in that area, it's worth the trip. Revolver Records, Gastonia, North Carolina. The owner's name is Ron. Super friendly, super knowledgeable, got great stuff in stock. It's a small place. If you blink, you'll miss it. Google Maps that shit, best believe. You blink, you will miss it. But it's awesome. It's awesome. And there's great dining in the area. To get yourself something good to eat after you dig for records, before you dig for records, however it is you like the wagon wheel. And it's awesome. And, tell them your boy Chris from Tunes from the Man Cave sent you. And for any of you guys not from North or South Carolina area, if you just find yourself passing through, stop in. Revolver Records. If I'm holding that steady enough, there you go. Revolver Records. 4039 East Franklin Boulevard, Gastonia, North Carolina, 28056. They buy and sell vinyl LP records, vintage stereo equipment, sales and service. His name's Ron. Again, tell him Chris sent you. So I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. This won't be the last video you see from me. I got a couple days off. I actually get my Father's Day off to spend with my family, so that's great. I'm so grateful for that. And until next time, until next video, which probably be today, keep dropping that needle, you guys. My little superstar.